The New York Giants are stepping into this season with a fire that feels different, and the reason might surprise you. For years, this team has been haunted by slow starts, both in games and in entire seasons. But now the roster looks reloaded, and the pressure has never been higher. When you hear that a franchise has started 0-2 in 6 of the last 8 years, it sounds like a curse. But the twist is that every time they avoided that slow stumble, they went straight to the playoffs. That history is not just a stat, it is a warning signal flashing over this year's opener. What makes it even more intense is the shift in the locker room. The Giants didn't just shuffle their depth chart, they put the spotlight on names that fans didn't expect to see elevated this early. Rookie quarterback Jackson Dart rising into the QB2 spot is more than just a paper move. It's a clear sign that the coaches are thinking about the future while still fighting for today. Add in new offensive weapons like Malik Neighbors and fresh defensive power with Brian Burns, and suddenly this is not the same Giants team we've seen stumble out of the gate before. Every storyline now points to one question: can this group finally break the pattern and own the first quarter of their season? The stakes rise even higher when you look at how this team plans to start games on offense. No more field goals to open drives, no more wasted chances. The Giants are building around speed, aggression, and explosive plays that force defenses into panic mode right from the whistle. And the bigger story waiting for us is how these weapons fit together to deliver the kind of start fans have been begging for. Because if they finally land that knockout punch in the opening minutes, everything about their season changes. But before we get into that, hit that like and subscribe button for more Giants and all the NFL content. Let's aim for 300 likes on this video. Nobody expects the New York Giants to open by pressing the gas this hard, and that is exactly why it can work. Washington allowed 137.5 rushing yards per game last season, so the first punch is simple. Feed Tyrone Tracy Jr. on quick hitters that force the linebackers to step forward. Once that happens, the field tilts. Corners lose cushion, safeties cheat down, and the windows for a shot to Malik Neighbors or Darius Slayton appear before the defense can reset. Every role in this plan is clear and fast. Wan'Dale Robinson is the spark for easy yards, a quick throw that becomes a chain mover. Jalen Hyatt stretches the field to pull the lid off the coverage and make space for crossers. The tight ends give the structure: Daniel Bellinger as the steady outlet, Theo Johnson as the seam threat, Chris Manhertz as the power piece near the line, with Thomas Fidone as a surprise in the red zone. The goal is not volume, it is quality. One explosive changes everything, because drives with a single play of 15+ yards jump to 60% chance of points and about 3.1 points per drive. That is not noise, that is a roadmap. There is one catch that decides whether this script becomes a statement or just a tease. The ball has to come out on time and with trust, especially on first down when the defense still plays honest. Can the quarterback hit the rhythm throws, take the layups, and then drop the deep one when the moment appears? The next piece answers that, and it might surprise you. The New York Giants are putting the game in the hands of a veteran who still owns the prettiest deep ball, and the twist is all about timing. Since 2022, Russell Wilson has averaged 2.98 seconds to throw, and the sweet spot for this offense is closer to 2.5 seconds. That tiny gap is the whole story. Faster eyes, quicker rhythm, trust the window, then let the moonball punish a safety who takes one false step. If the timing tightens on the first series, the whole stadium feels it. Caution has always been part of Russ, and it shows in the numbers. Across 1,367 dropbacks since 2022, he has only 26 interceptions, with 39 turnover-worthy plays and 71 big-time throws. That balance is the blueprint. On early downs, keep it clean and decisive, then choose your shot when leverage appears. The coaches have pushed him to hit the layups without hesitation, because one on-time throw to Malik Neighbors or Darius Slayton forces the defense to back off and opens the route tree for everyone else. There is also quiet pressure in the room, and it is healthy. Rookie Jackson Dart at QB2 raises the standard without rushing the process, while Jameis Winston gives veteran insurance. Packages are possible, but the real message is simple: the ball must leave on time. Now the question turns to protection, because none of this matters without a steady pocket. Can the line buy those 2.5 seconds on the very first drive? And what happens at left tackle if Andrew Thomas is not ready? The New York Giants face a blindside decision that can flip Week 1 in a heartbeat. If Andrew Thomas is full go, the offense can stay on schedule and test Washington before the game settles. If he needs more time, the plan must protect the pocket without slowing the attack. The tension is simple. The clock inside the rush and the clock inside the quarterback will start at the same instant, and whoever wins those first 3 heartbeats controls the day. There are real answers across this front. Jermaine Aloemenar can anchor on the right or move left if needed, with James Hudson ready to step in at tackle. Inside, John Michael Schmitz and Greg Van Roten handle the calls that sort out games, loops, and pressure looks. Help arrives in smart ways: a chip and release from Tyrone Tracy Jr., a tight end nudge from Chris Manhertz, a quick outlet to Wandale Robinson when the front slants. The mission is not to play cautious. The mission is to buy the single clean window that turns a script into a strike. If that pocket holds, the offense can land first and force Washington to chase from behind. Now the focus swings to the other side of the ball, because a second-year quarterback with rare speed can tilt a game before it breathes. How do you keep him in the cage without giving up the edge? The answer puts one Giants defender in the spotlight next. The New York Giants face a second-year quarterback who turns slow, starts into quick trouble, and that raises the pressure from the first snap. Washington sat among the league leaders in early punches with a first-quarter offense ranked 5th last season, and that tempo feeds off Jaden Daniels. His rookie year told the story with a completion mark near 70%, 25 touchdowns through the air, 9 interceptions, and almost 900 yards as a runner, with 6 rushing scores. If he settles in early, the game tilts his way fast. The answer begins with controlled violence. Dexter Lawrence squeezes the middle so escape lanes vanish, while Brian Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau attack with outside leverage to keep Daniels inside the pocket. Rookie Abdul Carter can mirror the quarterback as a full-game spy on key downs, closing space the moment he breaks contain. The rush must stay level, the tackles must finish clean, and the linebackers must rally to first contact so a 4-yard scramble does not become a 40-yard gut punch. Win first down, earn third down, then close the door with speed and discipline. Washington will test eye discipline with orbit motion, quick screens, and misdirection to Austin Ekeler, and they will hunt one-on-ones when Deebo Samuel is in space. That is where this turns into a chessboard of matchups. Who takes Terry McLaurin when it matters most? Which corner owns the boundary? And how does the safety help rotate without giving up the seam? Those answers decide the night. And they are next. The New York Giants defense must win at the edges and stay disciplined in the middle to contain Washington's playmakers. Paulson Adebo faces Terry McLaurin with length and timing, while Cordale Flott and Deonte Banks split duties on the other side, making communication vital against shifts and bunch looks. Inside, Deebo Samuel and Austin Ekeler demand secure tackling from Javon Holland, Tyler Nubin, Bobby Okereke, and Micah McFadden, who must resist fakes and rally with leverage. Once the field shortens past the 30, every rep matters, from contesting fades to undercutting crossers, but the biggest swing comes when Washington gambles on 4th down, where one stop could define the outcome. The New York Giants must own the little moments if they want to survive against a Washington team that thrived on 4th down, converting 20 of 23 for an 87% success rate last season. A single stop can flip the atmosphere and set up Russell Wilson with short fields that tilt the scoreboard. Red zone execution is another dividing line, with New York's 43% touchdown rate needing a sharp rise while the defense forces Washington into field goals. Ball security, penalty discipline, and field position from Gunnar Olszewski, Graham Gano, and Jamie Gillen can quietly stack advantages, and if those hidden battles go their way, a tight matchup can suddenly feel like control. If this is the start of a new Giants run, it will be built on the details you can track at home. Tell me in the comments, should the offense lean into tempo or grind with play action? Which young piece moves the future first? Malik Neighbors, Abdul Carter, or Jackson Dart? What feels like a true turning point for you? A 2-win start to the first 4 games, or a clean month with no giveaways? If you are riding with Big Blue, tap subscribe, drop your score pick, and share the one change you want to see next week.